Kia Hyundai channel. My name's Gabi.
And my name's Mike.
And today we're shooting the 2023 Hyundai Tucson Urban Edition. It's been a pretty long time. Is your mic on? No?
It is now.
There we go. All right, it's been a pretty long time since we've had this vehicle here to film, and today we're filming it in one of my favorite colors. Now it may look gray on camera, but this color actually has a slight tinge of green to it that you can really pick up in the daylight. That's why I'm wearing green today. Totally knew we were gonna film this today. We'll do a full walkthrough interior and exterior, talk about all the features, and just give you a full general walkthrough of this vehicle. As always, we do these videos live every weekday, usually at 2 p.m. Today we're at 2:30. So from Monday to Friday, you can catch us live on a Kia or Hyundai vehicle. Mike,
Yes.
why do we do these videos?
Well, we do these videos for 3 reasons. The first reason is if you do own a Kia or a Hyundai, we're like an owner's manual. So this is your one-stop shop go-to to learn any and everything about the car, from features to safety to styling, whatever it is.
All right, and then number 2 is you may be considering a new vehicle. We want you to add Kia and Hyundai to your selection list. These vehicles offer great value, great protection, great warranty, great price point, and we love them. That's why we talk about them all day, every day. And then number 3.
Yeah, number 3. If you've decided to buy a Kia or a Hyundai, and of course these videos have helped you make your decision, and you live in Ontario, why not buy from us? So we've got 3 locations. We're here at Brantford Kia, the main hub for the studio. I'm down the street at Brantford Hyundai, and we have a location up north, Owen Sound Hyundai. All 3 locations will be happy to serve you. Just make the trip out, and we'll invite you into the family, help you with your purchase.
And then I promise we're almost done with our spiel. If you want to get into the actual walkthrough of the vehicle, skip around to the 3 or 4 minute mark if you're watching this in the future. If you're watching live with us, you're stuck with us. So now I'm going to show you guys how you can join us live for our next video. So if you feel like watching us on a Wednesday, which is tomorrow, all you have to do is go to our YouTube channel. It's called the Kia Hyundai channel. Very creative. And you'll find all of our old videos here. If you want to catch a live one, just go to the live tab and then refresh it at around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you'll see that upcoming video turn into live. So now all you have to do is click on that. It'll load you in. You may have to watch an ad, maybe, maybe not. I guess not today. But one of the main things that we love about doing live videos is we get to interact with you guys. So all of our regulars, like I see Christian and Dale and MG on today. We love seeing you guys. We love answering your questions. We love having fun with you. We always get teased, and it's just a blast. So let's get into it. As always, this is a real-time video, no script. Stuff happens, so please bear with us. If the quality goes bad, I promise it should get better at some point, but let's roll. All right, we'll start off with what's under the hood. This is a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder gasoline engine. You can see the big GDI right on the engine cover. This has 187 horsepower, 178 pound-feet of torque, 8-speed automatic transmission, pretty good pep in its step, pretty good fuel efficiency. So Mike, what are the ratings for the fuel efficiency?
We have 9.3 liters per 100 kilometers. That's city and highway driving. But if you're Lightfoot like me, you'll usually drive around 7.9. And that's like actual what mine is at when I have one for a week or 2.
All right, I want to see if we can get a little bit of the green flake in the paint. I don't know how well it's going to pick up.
I don't know. Let's see. Oh, that looks very gray on the screen.
Yeah, it's looking very gray. I promise there's some green in it. I promise.
All right. Maybe no. Wow, it does look really gray on the screen. There's a lot of green.
Guys, I swear it's green. All right, we'll talk a little bit about styling. Some of the styling on this urban trim level are exclusive to, of course, the urban. I think it adds a lot of characteristic to this vehicle. If you look in the title, I wrote rugged and refined, and that's truly what this vehicle is. It has a bunch of safety features, a bunch of tech features, a lot of luxury features, but if you look at it, it's a big, beefy looking SUV.
Yeah.
You can tell we got our matte black skid plates right on the very front over here. But integrated just above the skid plate, sorry, I'm slowly crawling over, we have our radar sensor that's used for your forward collision avoidance. And I mentioned Hyundai's big on safety. So that forward collision avoidance sensor isn't just going to work on cars, it's also going to work on pedestrians, cyclists, and even in junction turns. So if you're making a left at an intersection, it'll pick up cars coming in the opposing lane and may prevent a collision in an incoming turn, or on an incoming turn. Now for a grille. So a mix of rugged and refinement. Look at this beautiful dark chrome grille with your Hyundai logo. If you take a look at your daytime running lights, you can see they're LEDs, full LEDs, but they're kind of integrated into the grille. So when your lights are off, it just looks like a regular grille piece. You could not tell that's a light. You switch them on, oh my gosh, there's lights there. And not to mention these lights are extremely bright. I'm literally blinding myself right now looking at them. But in an actual driving perspective, you'll be able to see everything on the road ahead of you. Yeah, and they're automatic daytime running lights and headlights as well. All right, coming along to our wheels, I want to talk about the wheel itself first. So these are 19-inch alloys, and they are a matte black finish, so tying into the rest of the beautiful, rugged refinement on this vehicle. Also, our wheel arches are, again, that beautiful matte black style. It looks really good. It definitely sets itself apart from the rest of the vehicles in the Tucson lineup, or the rest of the trim levels in the Tucson lineup. This vehicle looks fantastic. Michelin tires too, by the way. Very nice tires.
Easiest rims on any Hyundai to clean.
Oh.
Take it from me, I've cleaned every single vehicle.
Yeah. We'll talk mirrors for a second. So this may look like your average mirror, but there's so much more to it than that. You can tell we got a little bit of paint on the bottom, and then we have some shiny black on the very top, as well as an LED turn signal indicator on the side. Now we'll flip over to the mirror portion, and there is our blind spot detection. So this isn't your average blind spot detection. It does light up if there is a car in your left or right blind spot, but it's also going to beep at you if you indicate a turn. And then on top of that, if you were to go to change lanes and the vehicle says it's not safe to do so, it will revert you back into your original lane, avoiding a blind spot collision. Up here, we have our roof rails, so they are flush with the body of the vehicle. And I don't know if you guys can tell, but we do have our beautiful panoramic sunroof open. So this is what it looks like on the exterior when it's open. Of course, the sunroof really shines when you're inside the vehicle and you get to enjoy that open air feel. We'll also look at the back wheel arch. Again, makes the wheels look huge, makes the vehicle look very rugged. Here in Canada, you do have the urban trim as an all-wheel drive vehicle. So H-Track's all-wheel drive system that also has terrain modes. So you get snow, mud, and sand, as well as sport mode, eco mode, and normal mode. All right. Now we'll take a look in the back over here. Lots of cargo space, seriously, so much room. Two-row.
Yep.
You can only get the Tucson in a two-row here in Canada, so a five-seater. There's so much room for your rear passengers to sit, and never mind, behind that, there's so much cargo space. It's seriously nuts. If you need more room, though, you do have your cargo levers right over here that you just release or pull, and it releases the seat. If the front seat weren't so far back, it would actually go down all the way, but whoever's sitting in the passenger side has a really long legs, apparently. All right, now we'll lift this up and show you our compact spare tire. On the sides, you still have quite a bit of amount of storage space for just whatever you may want to put back here, first aid kit, extra blankets, whatever it could be. Another cool thing about this floorboard is you can actually pull it out and then drop it down so it sits just right over here. Thanks, Mike, teamwork. And now it sits a tad bit lower. I don't have it in right, but
There we go. There we go.
And you get just a teeny bit more space, but that may make a huge difference, especially now that you have this lip for whatever could be here to sit in and not worry about it rolling out when you open your tailgate. All right, we'll close this up, this manual, this trim level, and we'll talk about the lower half. So right down here, we again have our rear skid plate in that matte black finish, ties in with the rest of the aesthetic of the vehicle, looks amazing, but integrated into the back of this bumper, we have our rear parking sensors. So as you back up against whether it be a wall or another vehicle, this vehicle will beep at you once you get a bit too close. All right, moving on up. For your taillights, they are full LEDs, very bright. And honestly, the design of them, I think it looks amazing. Hyundai's doing a great job making a very kind of retro, futuristic look to their vehicles. So combining the opposites and making them one. All right, we'll get a wide shot of the body of the vehicle before we hop in.
I'm going to answer a question. Someone asked about the Hyundai logo that's usually at the top.
Yes.
A couple of the screws up there are actually broken.
We broke a nail.
Yeah, just to save ourselves and our heads and maybe our lives, I'm not putting it up until we get those fixed.
All right, before I hop in, I want to show my favorite feature ever and talk about the key fob. So this is a smart key, meaning you don't have to use a physical key unless your key fob dies. We got lock, unlock, a panic button, and remote start built onto here. So I can easily lock my vehicle from here. But my favorite thing to do is have the key somewhere on me, so I'm not touching it, and then just press the little button on our door handle, and this will either lock or unlock your vehicle, depending on if it was locked or unlocked before. There you go, hop in your car, never touch your key, and then because it is a push to start, I seriously never have to touch my key unless I really, really want to. So we'll turn the vehicle on, except for the engine. You'll hear a couple beeps. Okay. I missed that last one. All right. If you guys are regulars here, you know the first thing I'm going to point out, and that's the stunning line that extends from your door to your dash to all around the vehicle. It seriously makes this vehicle have such a seamless, beautiful, put together look in it. That's what I mean, refined. Step on the outside, it's rugged. Step inside, oh my gosh. Is this a refined vehicle? Yes, it is. Yeah. So we'll talk about some of the comfort features in here, starting off with our door. We have our window controls and our mirror controls. Your windows, or not your windows, your mirrors are heated and of course powered. For your front windows, they are both express up and down windows, and then the back are just regular powered. The seats for the driver is a power seat, so this is an 8-way seat. You can move the height as well as the angle of the bottom portion of the seat. You can move your backrest in and out, and then you have lumbar support on top of that. Now, lumbar support plus the heated seats. Oh my gosh, in the wintertime, your back will be so happy. You can cancel your chiropractor. You just sit in your car for a little bit, go for a drive, you'll be fine. All right, now I'm gonna quickly grab the camera from Mike and talk about our dash. So this dash has a little bit of a mix of analog and digital. So you can see our center portion here is digital. You can play around with what's displayed by pressing this icon right over here. So it looks like a little notepad. So I'm gonna be pressing that and while showing you guys what's going on. So here's your main screen. Sorry, Mike, can I close my door for a second? Thank you. All right, so you get drive info, which is gonna show your real-time fuel efficiency, your navigation, as well as your all-wheel drive torque distribution, tire pressure, and then where you're at in your lane on top of your attention level. Most of my customers like to use this. So this is your digital speedometer. It's just gonna show you what speed you're driving at. On the left, you can see our kilometers per hour and our miles per hour. Don't worry about the check engine light. Every time we run a vehicle without the engine on, it's always gonna show that, as well as your battery light and oil light. Distance to empties at the very, very top, and then you have your fuel meter right over there, as well as your tachometer on the right side. For the steering wheel itself, it is heated and leather wrapped. Check her out, she is stunning. Probably the best steering wheel Hyundai has ever made. Honestly, this wheel is so comfortable to drive with. A lot of people don't think about steering wheel comfort, but once you drive one of these, oh my gosh, you'll love it. The heat also extends all around the wheel, so it doesn't matter how you like to drive, your hands will be nice and toasty in the winter. On the very left side, we have our connectivity and media controls. So voice commands right up here, volume controls here, which you can quickly press this down to mute whatever it is you're listening to. You also have a button to pick up a phone call and a favorite button. So when you get your vehicle, this button is going to be empty, but if you press it, it'll take you to your settings screen where you can choose what you want it to do. So let's make it map. Now every time I press this button, it's going to pull up my map on my screen. Just a quick shortcut button. In the center, you got your horn and your beautiful Hyundai logo, and then on the right, you have some driver assistance controls. So we'll see if we can get this to focus. All right, right up here, we have our button to turn on our smart cruise control. With these arrows right over here, plus and minus, we can increase or decrease our cruise control speed, and then, see if this will focus. This icon looks like a car with a couple little lines behind it, and this is your following distance. So the cruise control in this vehicle is a smart cruise that'll adapt to the vehicle ahead of you. So if the car ahead of you decides to stop, you hit stop and go traffic, or there's just something hidden on the road, your vehicle will do what they're doing, slow you down to a safe speed and a safe following distance, so you'll never be bumper to bumper with them. Absolutely amazing feature. On top of that, you also have the button to the left of it, which is our steering assistance. So that uses the camera that's located right in front of your rear view mirror to monitor the lanes ahead of you, and it will actually take control over your steering wheel and give you gentle steering correction if there's any shifts in the road. So if there's a slight bend in the road, a curve, anything, your vehicle will keep you centered and see it.
Yeah, you barely have to drive. Like, remember I told you I started using that?
Yeah.
The full cruise control with the steering assist? I just keep my hand right here now.
Yeah, you just have to give gentle input. Your vehicle will warn you if you drive too long without your hands on the steering wheel, and then it will disable itself, but it'll warn you first. Don't worry, it gives you 2 warnings, audible and visual. But yeah, it's a great feature. I definitely recommend trying it out if you do get the option to test drive a Hyundai that has it equipped. All right, join me in the passenger side.
All right. I'll just close that.
All right, we got to do something about the seat. Well,
You want me to?
I'll do it after,
Here,
don't worry.
take that, and
Okay.
I'll go do it.
All right, while Mike's doing that, I'll talk a little bit about our screen. So this is a 10.25-inch digital display. It has built-in navigation. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto in this vehicle is wired, but before you get mad at me, hear me out. Wired CarPlay and wired Android Auto works so much better. And you know why? Because if you lose your phone, or if your phone falls in between your seats, you have a cord to fish it out with.
Yeah.
No, I'm not even, I'm joking.
No,
although
yeah.
Seriously, it's something no one thinks about, but it is a lifesaver just being able to fish out your phone.
2-3 times a day.
Yeah, seriously, it happens more than you think. But on top of that, the connection is much better. So I've driven a bunch of cars that have wireless CarPlay, and it's nice because if you forget your cord, you're fine, whatever. But if it's a vehicle you drive every day, chances are you leave a cord in there and you don't think about it. If you go to change songs, there's no pause in between. There's really no misconnection when you change music, change audio inputs, change anything really. It just works really seamlessly. But that's just my take. You may disagree. There's always adapters that you can use to convert to wireless CarPlay. And we tested them out on a YouTube video. Okay, now that spiel's done, let's talk about what else is in here. We have valet mode and quiet mode. Quiet mode is fantastic. It mutes the speakers in the back of the vehicle. So if you have kids or pets and they could be, I don't know, resting their eyes, they don't want any noise, shut off the speakers there. You can still listen to whatever music or media you want to listen to up here. I'll quickly go into setup and talk about what we can change when it comes to driver safety settings. So under vehicle and driver assistance, you can play around with the sensitivity of things like your forward collision avoidance. You can make it actively assist, meaning the vehicle will stop for you if it senses the risk of a collision, or you can make it just give you a warning, or you can shut it off completely. On top of that, we have our lane safety, so you can shut it off completely, or again, just give you a warning. And then our blind spot detection and parking safety. So when you reverse this vehicle, you can have it actually brake for you if it senses the risk of a collision, which is insane. Again, something a lot of people don't think about, but if you have two giant trucks or SUVs parked beside you, it is so hard to see if somebody's coming, whether it be in a car or a pedestrian. This vehicle will pick it up and will provide emergency braking. All right, down here we have our, oh my gosh, I never know the capacitive buttons. I don't know, haptic buttons?
Haptic buttons.
Sure. So these are screen buttons, essentially. They do provide feedback when you hit them, though, so you know if you actually made any changes. Quick way to get to any setting on the screen, really, without having to dig through the screen itself. So if I go to media, it'll quickly take me to my media screen or my media panel where I can choose whatever kind of media I'd like. It's just said media so many times in a row. Below that, we have our panel for our climate control. So you can see our red and blue arrows to adjust your temperature, auto to change the intensity of whatever I set the temp to, off to turn it off, of course. And then if you'd like to do it manually, you have your fan controls right over here. So you set your temp, set your fan speed, set your fan direction, and then you're off. You're good. It is dual climate, so my passenger can also have their temperature set to whatever they like, and everyone's happy. All right, just below that, we have our USB for Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a 12 volt in the very center, a USB on the right for charging, and then a good amount of space over here for your phone or whatever kind of junk you want to put in your car. Transmission, I mentioned earlier, I think it's an 8-speed automatic transmission. No, I think that's the transmission. I know it's an 8-speed, but I don't know if I mentioned it or not. 2 cup holders. They do have your prongs here to hold whatever you put in there in place. And then over here, we got some fun things. So drive and terrain mode, like I mentioned. This vehicle is equipped with all-wheel drive, and you do get the choice of whatever terrain mode you like by pressing it down. Terrain will light up in orange. And then using this toggle, I can cycle between our 3 different modes. So snow, mud, and sand. And this is going to play around with your all-wheel drive torque distribution, your electronic stability control. You saw our downhill brake assist as well. Depending on what kind of drive mode you're in, it's going to adapt to the best settings for that condition. All right, now drive mode. We got eco, normal, sport, and smart. And drive modes are totally not a gimmick. It really changes the way your vehicle operates. Smart mode adapts to whatever it is you're doing. So essentially it's a blend of all your other drive modes. It's a mix of sport, eco, and normal. If I were to heavily apply pressure to the throttle, it's going to switch me into sport for a bit. But as I ease off, it's going to bring me back to normal or even eco mode, depending on how I'm driving. Eco mode will dull down your throttle a bit, but it'll give you great fuel efficiency, and sport mode will do the complete opposite. All right, just below that, we have our downhill brake assist button, our auto hold, electronic parking brake, a camera for your parking view, so I can press that, and then if I'm stopped or driving under 10 kilometers per hour, I can actually see whatever it is, whatever's around me. And then right above that, we have our auto stop and start. Moving on back just a smidge, we have our heated seats, so 3 different levels for driver and passenger, and our heated steering wheel. Center console is located right over here. It's pretty wide, pretty deep, lots of room in there. And then, Mike, do you want to do the glove box honors?
Yes. Oh, look, this vehicle is equipped with advanced airbags. I'll take that off. Nope, I won't. Yeah, nothing much to say here.
No, nothing crazy.
We've got obviously our manuals in French and English, and usually that front mount plate holders here, but it was in the trunk if you guys noticed or not.
So I'm sorry to, be very underwhelming with the glove box. Let's talk sunroof. Yeah. This sunroof is a pano roof, so it extends all the way to the back. Now the actual glass panel stops at around here if you do want to have it open. But even just having the glass or the cover open, it provides such an airy feel inside this cabin. I think Hyundai already did a fantastic job with making good use of the space, so it already feels huge while not being a giant SUV. But this just makes it so much more spacious. I love it. It's
totally a glass ceiling.
Yeah, seriously, it's gorgeous. All right, let's take a look at the back, and then we'll answer some questions.
I'll answer 2-3 questions right now because our regulars are saying it. What am I going to do, guys? Interrupt Gabi while she's talking? I try and answer questions here and there when she's not talking. But, I'll get to them at the end.
You're saying I'm a little too Gabi. I think I'm talking too much.
No, you're doing what we're supposed to be doing, is showing the car.
All right, so back here, again, we have our leatherette seating, super comfortable. You can have these seats on a bit of an angle, so I don't know if you guys can tell, but my seat is way more erect than the rest. But I can recline them and be much more comfortable, have a beautiful look outside of our pano roof.
That's it right here.
And just enjoy my life. Now for my driver's seat, I had it quite a bit back. Let's move this upright more. There we go. So this is not all the way back, but it's pretty darn close. I have a lot of knee room, seriously a lot of space. Underneath the seat, I got a lot of room for my feet. Oh, that rhymed. And then even width-wise of the seat, these seats are pretty comfortable, good amount of space. So
it impresses me, the Tucson, always, even now, at this moment, how much room is in the back. Yeah. When you look outside, it doesn't look like so roomy inside, but when you're inside, yeah, it's just
the back of both the driver and passenger seat have cargo nets. You have 2 air vents right over here, and then just below you have 2 USBs. So if you have kids or just you drive people quite frequently, they're going to really appreciate having their own USB. You don't have to plug anything up there and have them constantly bug you. Can you check my phone?
Oh.
That's my friends right now. All right. Now in the center, if you have no one sitting here, you have access to a cup holder or armrest. Pops right back in. And then, of course, these seats fold down, like I mentioned, in a 60-40 split. Seriously, so much space back here, really good connectivity. But I think the one main thing that really makes the back seat so nice is you get to look out of the beautiful sunroof.
Yeah.
It's seriously so nice. All right, let's answer some questions.
All right. Now, I'm going to talk.
You're letting Mike talk now?
Am I allowed to, Gabi?
No.
They're like, be a man. I saw some comments. Oh, whoops.
All right. I just have to make the screen go back.
Yes. Okay. We didn't talk about MSRP, so I'll mention it now. $38,749 Canadian.
All right. You don't like the ceiling view? I definitely think I like the sunroof better than just looking at the headliner, but...
No, yeah. It's nice if you're obviously not in the city and you can see the stars, right? And you're kind of in the back. Yeah, babe.
Let's see. Scroll up a little bit. Okay, we missed a lot of hellos. All right. Hello, everyone. We'll start off with that. Again, sorry for going live a bit later today. It's been a little bit crazy, a little nuts today.
I'm going to address, I know it's not about cars, but I'm going to address the no hat thing because there's a lot of comments there. So here you go, Dale. I'll turn my head sideways. I think you guys can get it there. And I'll see you in 6 months without a hat again.
Oh my gosh. Christian says strange wheels, but kind of like them. I agree. They're quite different than anything else on Hyundai's lineup, but they look amazing, in my opinion. Travelogger Darshan said, hi, Sportage EX Hybrid, waiting time. I'd say probably about a year, maybe 16 months for the EX Hybrid. The SX is much worse at this point, but that's probably where we're at.
Joe Swanson, first time catching a live stream, so that means you've watched videos previously, and I think this is your first time seeing it live, so welcome.
Welcome, it's so nice to have you.
Wait times for the 2024 redesigned Santa Fe is It's not on the screen. Basically, you'd look to see some at our dealership in the fall. So closer to the fall, we'll get some of the new 2024 redesign lineup. And yeah, you obviously will see it on this channel too as well.
Zoran said, "Hello, Gabriella. I'm new here. Can you tell me more about this car?" You are not new here. New. You know everything about this car already. You've seen enough Kia and Hyundai channel videos. Kia. Oh my gosh. Capacitive touch makes me even sadder. No USB-C equals shame.
Tucson comes in 7 available colors. I just saw someone ask that.
Yes. Dale said, "Hit the like button, folks," and I agree with Dale. Road mics are very staticky today. Oh, were they staticky? Let us know. Because I don't know if I trust Zoran right now. That roof will be a maintenance nightmare in 10 years. Surprisingly, so I don't know if you guys remember from when I first started making videos, but I was driving a Kia Optima that was over 10 years old, and it had a beautiful panoramic sunroof. I used it almost every single day. I still have that car. Sunroof still works perfect. It's actually like still one of my favorite things about the car. Let's see. Brantford Kia is having connection problems.
Wait, stop there. Dale said they didn't put the hooks on the back, just like in the Kia cars. Yes.
Yes.
I wish they did that because, you know, that's why I'll never drive a Kia Sportage, because right when I use that hook once, it's all I'm going to think about when I'm in anything else.
Dale says, "Sounds fine to me." A bunch of people saying the mic sounds fine. Christian says it's fine, but Mike is real nice. Mike is fine, but Mike is real nice. Oh boy. Planning to buy a Sportage EX. Thank you for all the info. No problem. Thank you for watching.
Any new videos about Santa Cruz? When's the last time we did a Santa Cruz?
I feel like we filmed the Santa Cruz probably a month, 2 months ago.
We've done 2 in total.
We've done it more than 2.
Well, 2023s, I mean.
Yeah.
There isn't going to be much of a change into the next year, so I mean, I can bring another one by, but they are really in demand, so we don't even have any on our lot, just ones that are sold already.
Gabi should get her hair like Mike's, and Mike should get it like Gabi's. Never gonna happen, but
Gabi's
great
hair
suggestion.
is a lot more filled in than mine. Yeah, I mean, no, you should shave the. No, guys, it would take me like 2 years to grow the sides of my hair out so that I can.
It would take you 2 years to grow hair this long?
Like the sides. See, I shaved the sides, right?
Yeah.
So the top is like this long, and it would take me forever. But we can shave your sides in like 1 second. Let's do it.
It's okay, no. I did see a question that I wanted to answer, and it was actually vehicle related, so let's see if I can find it. Oh my gosh. Do you see anything you want to answer? Oh, NR said, "Hi Gabi, I just got a 2023 Sorento SX. How do I turn the mirrors from opening when I walk by with the proximity key?" So on the left side, if you're in Canada or the States where the steering wheel is on the left side, you'll have a button just above your mirror controls that look like your mirrors. So it's just a little mirror icon, and there's 3 separate ways you can activate the switch. So it should be on flat, meaning that'll automatically open or close your mirrors when you lock or unlock your vehicle, or once you get into proximity of it. You want to shut that off, and then it won't have your power opening mirrors, proximity mirrors
What she
anymore.
said.
Yeah. Okay. Hint, answer all my comments. Zoran, I can't right now.
We have to talk about the car a little bit.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. No one complains about Tesla not having physical buttons, so why are some people criticizing capacitive buttons hypocrites? I would take capacitive buttons over no buttons any single day. I know they're not real buttons, but oh my gosh, so much easier than flipping through multiple screens to find one simple thing.
Yeah, I've said this before. I was in my buddy's Tesla, and he was adjusting the music, and I really wanted to like change kind of like my, what do you call that? Sorry, like my AC settings, and he's like, "Wait, you have to wait till I'm done." I'm like, "Can't do anything. It's only on one screen." So I do like that. It gives you the option, right? You do what you want on the screen,
right?
But you also have the option to go through everything else quickly instead of what she said.
Yes. Louis said, "I love my 2023 Forte GT2, but the auto headlights turn on way too easily even during the day. Can this be adjusted?" I mean, you can turn off automatic headlights and just have it, so you'd have to remind yourself to turn them on whenever, but unfortunately not. It's going to be based off your daylight sensor, and then whenever it triggers, then it'll change. Why I won't buy an XC60 recharge with the Google screen. Yeah, it's crazy. Okay. Let's scroll up a bit. I have a Stinger GT Elite 2023. I live close to Ottawa. How is it in the winter? So Stinger comes with performance tires. You get Michelin Pilot 4S's on them. I definitely recommend getting winter tires if you are going to drive it in Ottawa. Absolutely recommend. Now with that being said, it's great in the snow, depending on what kind of snow.
Would you drive a Stinger in the snow?
I would drive a Stinger anywhere.
Okay.
As long as I had the right tires.
For me, honestly, like, even 4 doors, whatever, it's a sports car to me. I wouldn't drive it in, like, okay, maybe I'll drive it in the winter, but not like on a weather heavy day where it's snowing or it just snowed, or like the roads for me would have to be dry.
Yappy Gabi, you are slurring a few words. Are you having a mild stroke? I'm just nervous. You guys make me nervous sometimes.
Because there's so many regulars on here, so there's so much pressure from you guys, Zoran, Dale, Christian, everyone else, for us to perform.
Dale said not enough likes, and I gotta say I agree with Dale.
Yeah.
Leave a like if you think we're brave for being live every single day. we get bullied live on YouTube every single day.
No, you didn't. You always say you see her at Lime Ridge Mall. Were you at Lime Ridge Mall on the weekend?
No, this guy thinks I'm at Lime Ridge Mall every single weekend.
See, I'll go back to your other thing. I do love your comments, man. Lime Ridge Mall every single time.
Oh my goodness. All right. Thank you again so much for watching, you guys. It's been a real treat. As always, it's always a chaotic. I'm done speaking.
Wait, Aaron, thank you for saying that. He says he lives in Massachusetts and his all-wheel drive Stinger is great in the snow. So that's
perfect.
Good to know, man. That's good to know from someone who actually has experience in it.
Just please get winter tires. All right. That is it for today's video.
Yes.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow, 2 p.m. hopefully. If not, I will let you know if the live is postponed a bit later in the day. And then we will be back with a Kia vehicle. Ciao. Goodbye.